Good morning. I've got a cup of tea all ready to be drinking as I share with you. It's lovely to be back online, and I'm inviting you to come sit with me and listen to some reflections. It's a lovely spring day today, and the crocuses are all in bloom, and the miniature daffodils are beginning to open up in the garden. And tomorrow is the first day of Lent. Do you know what Lent is? Well, Lent is the period of 6 weeks leading up to Easter in the church calendar. It's a period during which, for religious reasons, some people fast by not eating things that they enjoy, such as cakes and chocolate. Today is called Shrove Tuesday, but you probably know it as Pancake Day. I read in one source that shrove comes from an Old English word meaning lengthen, as the days lengthen in the springtime. Another source said that it was the past tense of the word shrive, which means to confess one's sins or get things off one's chest. Well, just thought I'd give you a little bit of background about before I get into the talk about Lent. But I'm going to have another bit more of my tea. Pancakes. I don't know whether you're cooking any tonight, but I intend to make some lemon pancakes. They've been traditionally eaten on this day since the Middle Ages. Originally, this was to use up the food that the people wouldn't need because they were fasting. Let's just think about fasting for a little bit this morning. Jesus fasted by abstaining from food, and so did his disciples. This kind of fast allows more time to be spent in prayer and reflection, and it demonstrates self-control, but it isn't the only kind of fast. We can fast by watching less TV or spending less time on social media, something that I do probably too much of. But there is another kind of fast mentioned in the Bible. In the book of Isaiah we read, "Is not this the kind of fasting I have chosen? To loose the chains of injustice and untie the cords of the yoke." If you want to observe Lent, maybe instead of, or as well as giving up chocolates and cake or some kind of food, you might want to focus on doing good deeds and charitable works, the kind of fast that God told Isaiah that he wanted. But whether to fast or not, or how you fast, it's a matter of personal choice. Paul, in his letters to the Corinthians, says that one person observes special days and another does not. And one person eats and another abstains, but that whatever they choose to do, they should do it as unto the Lord. Yeah, when I was writing these notes, I was reminded of Jesus telling his followers that it is not what goes into a man that defiles him, but what comes out. I don't believe that Jesus was saying that we shouldn't be concerned about what passes our lips. Actually, the Bible is clear that we should avoid gluttony and being greedy and drunkenness. But what goes out affects us and others too. And also what goes in can affect. You know, if you think about the families and friends of those who have addictions, people can be affected by what goes in. But let's think of Jesus's words. It's what comes out of a mouth that defiles. Jesus was not, well, Jesus was talking about the religious food laws, ceremonial hand washing, rituals, and so on. He wasn't talking about the kind of food that we might be thinking of, like whether we should eat meat or not and what's healthy. He wasn't thinking of health. He was thinking about the laws and rituals that they had. And he was saying to people that obeyed these laws very religiously, so to speak, that it's not what really matters. What's important is what's in the heart and the words and that comes out of the heart, the way that we express what's inside of us that defiles us. And I got a little bit sidetracked, but sometimes I do. And when I feel like I'm being led in a different direction, I feel it's sometimes good to go in that direction. And so I started thinking, this Lent, why not also think about giving up what comes out of our mouths? The words that defile us. Yeah, I was just thinking about trying to abstain from complaining, grumbling, swearing. Not that I do that, but putting people down and those kind of words which are not good and encouraging. And instead, think about the words that we say and use words that bless and encourage others. In his letter to the Apostle James writes, all kinds of animals, birds, reptiles, and sea creatures are being tamed and have been tamed by mankind, but no human being can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil full of deadly poison. With the tongue we praise our God and Father, and with it we curse our human beings, who have been made in God's likeness. Out of the same mouth come praise and cursings. My brothers, this should not be. Yes, the tongue's hard to control, and all of us need God to help us, and the power of the Holy Spirit. And yeah, no doubt God's mercy and forgiveness when we fail, because we all do. Well, just a short few words this Pancake Day, this Shrove Tuesday, and just a thought to leave with you. Are you observing Lent this year? How will you be observing it? Perhaps also you could attend a church Lent course or small group if your local church has one, and use it as a time of learning, praying, and reflecting upon the events leading up to Jesus' death and resurrection. Just a little suggestion. But what I would love is if you would subscribe to this channel, put on like if you did like, and share this reflection. These are just simple thoughts, but I just pray that these little few words will bless and encourage you. I'm not going to do the regular talks for like the Bible studies for a while because I want to focus on my writing. But I will continue to come online as and when I feel that I'm prompted to. But for now, God bless and do enjoy your pancakes tonight if you're having any. Bye.